Wednesday after signing a one-year with up to $21 million in incentives. Wilson saying that he expects to be the starter and believes the Giants are looking for someone to lead them in every way in terms of the process in the offseason, during the season, and in building a winning culture. Meantime, no agreement has been made between Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers after his recent visit to the team facility last week. Defensive tackle Cam Hayward joined NFL Network's Good Morning Football Wednesday and said, while he hasn't had any contact with Rodgers at this point, he would say, if you come to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the goal is to win. We haven't had the success we want, but the goal is still in the mind to raise a Lombardi and bring that seventh one to Pittsburgh. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this, if something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. HIMS can help. Through HIMS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to HIMS.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, and, after almost reaching triple digits this week, things are starting to cool off a bit and going to be absolutely gorgeous for the weekend. And lots of events going on around the Imperial Valley this weekend. Yeah, the spring is officially here. And I'm not going to officially recognize spring until I get to go to Petco Park and pay, $15 for a beer? Yeah. That would be the official kickoff, right? Yeah, spring training is over, and Major League Baseball starts today, and, that's a good thing. Okay. In the news, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy has resigned as head of the U.S. Postal Service. Yeah, DeJoy made the announcement earlier this week. I understand he sent in his resignation letter through the U.S. mail, so it'll probably take a week or two before it gets there and becomes official. Coming up, we've got all sorts of good things. March Madness continues, and we've got games this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and through the weekend as well. And Jared, I think you had picked Farley Dickinson to win the whole thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Hey, they had as big a shot at it as anybody. Okay, I don't really have a favorite. I pretty much quit following basketball when it stopped becoming a team sport. And, the rules don't matter what's traveling, what's palming the ball or turning it over. Have you ever seen that called at the college or professional level? Not recently. And in the NBA, it's all three-pointers. Yeah. Nobody sets up and runs a play anymore, I swear. Oh, well. Anyway, a viral so-called chubby filter, which made people appear overweight, has been removed from TikTok. I think I mentioned that. I called TikTok and asked if the company would reinstate it. Their answer, fat chance. Yeah. Okay. You ready for birthdays?
Birthday time.
Okay, actor Julian Glover is 90. Actor Jerry Lacey, 89. Actor Michael York, 83. Tony Banks plays keyboards for Genesis, 75. Jazz musician Dave Koz, 62. Movie director Quentin Tarantino, 62. Actor Talisa Soto, 58. Actor Ben Koldyke is 57. Actor Paulie Perrette, 56. Actor Elizabeth Mitchell, 55. Actor Nathan Fillion, 54. Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas is 50. Actor Emily Ann Lloyd, 41. Actor Brenda Song, 37. Actor Taylor Atalian is 30. And local birthdays coming up.
Spartans, do you need free clothes or supplies for school, going out, or in general? Well, you're in luck because Central Union High School has Closet X.
Closet X is a retail store run by our students that provides free clothing, shoes, accessories, and school supplies and toiletries to all Central Union High School students. And now, Closet X is accepting donations from the public. If you would like to donate, all you need to do is bring your carefully worn clothes, new toiletries, and school supplies to the guard shack at CUHS entrance on 10th Street between 8 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon.
Closet X will be open to students on minimum Wednesday afternoons between 1:30 to 3:30. Closet X is located in what was the Parent Center room on 10th Street just south of the guard shack entrance. For more information, please contact Miss Adrienne Rodriguez, Assistant Principal at Central Union High School at 760-336-4306.
We have happy birthday wishes for Zoe Powers, Alma Trujillo, Timothy Settles, Artie Yanis Jr., Betsy Gray, Patty Rios, Rene Cornejo Sandoval, Esperanza Moreno, Kathy O'Keefe, Mary Phillips, Pablo Rodriguez, Efrain Saldivar, Stephen Gailey, Pamela Mills, Hans Noblet, Andy Garcia, and my brother-in-law, Art Pardo. Okay, happy birthday, Art. Yes, in the snow in Battle Creek, Michigan. Oh, well, pretty tough on a San Diego kid that now lives in Battle Creek, Michigan. Oh, well, Jared, I don't know if you missed this, but George Foreman's death is being treated as suspicious.
Really?
Yeah, police are grilling the suspects. Okay, we've got real news if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, a look at World and California news headlines right now, brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that we breathe.
CBS News Brief. Health officials confirm HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. plans to slash 10,000 jobs at his department. CBS's Alexander Tin.
The department says their cuts will not impact Medicare and Medicaid services or directly impact the FDA's drug device reviewers and inspectors.
A court hearing scheduled for this afternoon in a lawsuit over the Signal chat by national security officials discussing detailed plans to bomb Houthi rebels. Former Republican Senator Chuck Hagel served as President Obama's defense secretary.
If that's not classified, I don't know what is. This is very dangerous stuff. And this is not to be kind of shrugged off.
Attorney General Pam Bondi's announced the arrest of a 24-year-old alleged gang member from El Salvador in Virginia today.
America is safer today because of one of the top domestic terrorists in MS-13. He is off the street.
She says he's one of the group's top 3 leaders here. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news: a Marysville police officer serving a search warrant in connection with a drug and gang task force unit investigation is shot to death.
On making entry into the house, there was an exchange of gunfire with an individual from inside the house, and one of those operators from the SWAT team was struck and later succumbed to his injuries.
Cuba County Sheriff Wendell Anderson, the suspect shot to death. The officer, Osmar Rodarte, an Army veteran who'd been in the police force for 2 years, first Marysville police officer to die on the job in over a century. Yolanda Marodi in court in El Cajon Wednesday, facing charges in the murder of her wife, Cal Fire Captain Rebecca Marodi, in what the judge says was a violent attack.
Extreme violence with 34 stabbing or slashing wounds. Also, portions of this event were captured on video.
53-year-old defendant arrested in Mexico last weekend after spending a month on the run. Gas prices in the state, $4.66 a gallon, up nearly 2 cents from last week, down 15 cents from last month. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org and get real-time information about the air that we breathe.
Attention tax accountants. The following message is for you. Tax season is here, and if you're an accounting firm, the pressure is on. Long hours and tight deadlines make this time of year a challenge for even the most seasoned tax professionals. But this tax season, Blue Jay has your back. Powered by generative AI, Blue Jay is the preferred partner solution of CPA.com for tax research. Ask a complex tax question, and Blue Jay gives you better tax answers in seconds. Save time, maximize your clients' refunds with high-speed, accurate, and intuitive AI technology. Built with a library of only the most trusted tax resources, updated daily to keep up with changes in tax. For a limited time, save 40% off at bluejay.com/start now. That's BLUE, the letter J.com/start now. Or text BLUE to 511-511. Save 40% by texting BLUE to 511-511. Tax accountants don't leave money on the table. Stress less and text BLUE to 511-511 today. Tax fees may apply.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one, a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have 3 locations in the valley. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. And of course, they have mobile service vans that come to you. Log on to elcentromotors.net and schedule an appointment. It doesn't cost any more.
KXO News. A missing youth has been found dead. A 17-year-old high school student was found dead in Vista Del Mar near Salton City. Here's George Gale.
The Imperial County Sheriff's Office received a call shortly after 8 p.m. Tuesday reporting that the 17-year-old had not returned home from school. Juvenile was last seen at 2 p.m. when he got off the school bus at Nile Road and Camino Road in Vista Del Mar. Salton City deputies responded to the call and took a missing persons report that was entered into the missing persons national database. Deputies requested emergency pings on the juvenile's phone. A search of the area identified the pings was begun. The De Anza Search and Rescue Unit, as well as the Aero Squadron response, was initiated in the daylight hours of Wednesday. Deputies also deployed a drone to assist in the search. At about 8:14 a.m. Wednesday, the juvenile was located unresponsive in the desert near Service Road and Harbor Road in Vista Del Mar. The student was pronounced dead at the scene. Imperial County Sheriff's Office, Criminal Investigations Unit, Scientific Investigations Unit, and the Coroner's Office responded to the scene to conduct an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death. According to the Imperial County Sheriff's Office, this is an active investigation. Sheriff's Office said, at this time, there is no danger or threat to public safety regarding this incident. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we had a small earthquake this morning, a magnitude 3.5 earthquake at about 5:30 a.m., and the epicenter was about 38 miles southeast of Mexicali. KXO Local News Time, 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires guaranteed. Now we're talking Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. See a Quick Lane service advisor and get the best price guaranteed. Remember, Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and they're conveniently located in the Brawley Auto Center, at the Imperial Valley Mall, at El Centro Motors, and their new mobile service van comes to you with no added charge.
The state has named a distinguished elementary schools selected for the prestigious 2025 California Distinguished Schools Program. Here's George Gale.
State Superintendent of Public Education Tony Thurman released the list. 336 elementary schools were selected. California's School Recognition Program recognizes two categories of exceptional schools, those closing the achievement gap and those demonstrating exceptional student performance. Since its inception in 1985, California Distinguished Schools Award remains one of the state's most important ways to celebrate exceptional schools, districts, teachers, and classified employees for their innovation, talent, and success in supporting students. Of the 336 distinguished schools in California, 2 are in Imperial County. Schools are Pine Elementary in Holtville and Ben Hulse Elementary in Imperial. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The county supervisors met yesterday during the meeting. It was on Tuesday. Days just days are flying by. During the meeting, the board recognized Heriberto Sanchez. Sanchez was named the Employee of the Month for February. Sanchez is an agricultural biologist, a specialist with the Agricultural Commissioner's Office. Also Tuesday, the board declared April 6th through the 12th as National Crime Victims' Rights Week in Imperial County. The week serves as a time to honor and support survivors and raise awareness about victims' rights and recognize those who advocate for justice in our communities. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and weather coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have mobile service vans that come to you. Go on lcentralmotors.net and schedule an appointment. They also have 3 locations. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models. You don't need an appointment when you drive into one of the Quick Lane stores. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. It's a great place for a quick day trip. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. It's more than just a store. They've got homemade candies and treats, fresh English toffee, chocolate-covered raisins, almonds, and, of course, peanuts. How about some orange sticks? Pecan turtles made from a special family recipe, and so many other great things. Not just nuts and candy, but so many other great things. What a great place to visit. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Oh, they have free tours Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. How do you get there? Well, Google thepeanutpatch.com. Yeah, you'll find directions to the Peanut Patch. By the way, the Peanut Patch ships anywhere in the universe. They have their very own post office. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. What a great place. And it's page 2 of the local news and a look at the weather. And it's all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Serving the best burgers in town. Daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. Happy hour every day, 3 till 6 p.m.
Imperial Valley College will host the 2025 Career Education Expo. Here's George Gale.
The event will offer an opportunity to learn about the services Imperial Valley College has to offer and to discover pathways to opportunities in higher education. There will be counselors and professionals available to discuss career and employment opportunities with the local agencies. Middle school, high school, IVC students, and the general public are encouraged to attend. Expo will run from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. today on the campus of Imperial Valley College. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And if you're at that event at IVC, you can say hello to me and Gene Brister. We're going to be out there hanging out today. Stop by, say hello. And we have a 3-day weekend ahead of us. March 31st is Cesar Chavez Day, and Imperial County will be celebrating. County offices and non-emergency departments will be closed Monday in observance of Cesar Chavez Day. Emergency services will be operational during the holiday period. And there will be a celebration being held on Saturday for Cesar Chavez celebration. The event is being held by Los Amigos de la Comunidad and will consist of a march from Hinojosa Park to the Brawley Plaza Park. The march starts at 5 p.m. and a celebration will follow at the Plaza Park. There will be entertainment and booths at the park. The celebration is free and the public is invited to participate. And the Imperial County Board of Supervisors proclaimed April 2nd, 2025 as World Autism Acceptance Day and April as Autism Awareness Month. Here's George Gale.
The proclamation came at Tuesday's Board of Supervisors meeting. Proclamation says, together, we embrace inclusion, celebrate neurodiversity, and promote understanding for individuals with autism and their families. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And Saturday is National Vietnam War Veterans Day. Events will begin at 0600, and that's 6 a.m. for civilians, with a ruck march from the Imperial VFW Hall to Buckley Park. At Buckley Park, there will be a 50th commemoration ceremony beginning at 10 a.m. and will end at 1 p.m., with a get-together at the American Legion Post 25 in El Centro. The events of the day will honor all who served. KXO Local News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. For March specials, enjoy our drink of the month, the Irish Gold, or an ice-cold Guinness on tap. Our plate of the month for March is chicken poblano pasta. Burgers & Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
According to the National Weather Service, after today's mostly sunny skies and high temperatures, around 90 degrees, a broad area of pressure will push into our region by tomorrow. This will allow for a dry, cold front to bring cooler temperatures into the region, with highs falling back to near normal for Friday and likely lasting well into next week. Daytime breezy conditions are also expected starting today and lasting into at least early next week as dry conditions persist. 95, the high in the valley yesterday, 57, our overnight low. It will be sunny today. Wind light and variable. We become west 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Increasing clouds this evening. Look for a low of around 62. West winds 10 to 15, gusting as high as 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, it'll start off a bit cloudy, then gradually become sunny with a high near 83. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 83. West wind about 10 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Mostly sunny on Sunday with a high near 83. West winds 5 to 15 with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. 64 degrees, 48% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast at 325 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers & Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
March Madness returns on AM 1230. We have the game all the way to the championship game on April 7th. Fill out your bracket and follow the action.
Goes to Murray, back up on top again, all the way to the near side. Comer, and a beautiful pass. Wheeler jams it home with two hands.
NCAA Men's Championship Basketball is brought to you by Del Taco, H&R Block Income Tax Service on Imperial Valley. AM 1230.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Men's college basketball kicks off 4 o'clock this afternoon on AM 1230. BYU and Alabama, Maryland and Florida, followed by Arizona and Duke, and Arkansas and Texas Tech. Women's college basketball NCAA championship tomorrow. Yeah, lots of action again on the women's side. NBA action last night. The Wizards whipped the 76ers 119-114. Raptors rolled over the Nets 116-86. Lakers nipped the Pacers 120-119. Clippers clipped the Knicks 126-113. Nuggets over the Bucks 127-117. And the Celtics clobbered the Suns 132-102.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And Major League Baseball kicks off today. 14 games on the schedule. Sports books say it'll be the Dodgers again this year. Let's play out 160-plus games before we go that way. And the NFL Competition Committee says that dynamic kickoff that nobody understands will become permanent. Yes, Georgia football players and the law. I fought the law. And Georgia's Nitro Tuggle, a wide receiver. Yeah, he was driving 107 miles an hour when he was stopped and arrested by police, according to local authorities. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Hospital. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Need furniture? Need a mattress? Need inspiration? Well, you need to shop Houston's Yuma Furniture, your go-to furniture store. There's no comparison. From living rooms to dining sets to bedrooms and so much more, they have a huge selection of beautiful furniture, and it's in stock, ready for fast delivery. From brands you trust like Lazy Boy, Benchcraft, Ashley, and more, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. Let Houston's bring your dream home to life with free design services that help you create a look that fits your style, space, and budget. But that's not all. Houston's is your mattress store. The best selection from the best names in sleep like Beautyrest, Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic, just to name a few. From furniture to mattresses, Houston is all this and more. Houston's Yuma Furniture, family-owned, in business since 1927, located at 3052 South Avenue B in Yuma, your go-to furniture store. And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service. They're the only ones in the Valley offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. The Trump administration's culling of government programs and agencies has resulted in an unprecedented wave of federal workers joining the ranks of job seekers, and new data shows a spike in job applications from agencies impacted by the Department of Government Efficiency. Those job hunts are coming at a time when rising uncertainty around President Donald Trump's economic agenda is clouding businesses' decision-making and further slowing hiring, especially for specialized and white-collar roles. They're entering a labor market that's a little bit frozen, but stable for now, according to economists. That was underscored in new data released Thursday by the Labor Department. Initial claims for unemployment benefits aren't spiking. In fact, they're mostly unchanged. And student loan delinquencies are poised to hit record highs, and more than 9 million borrowers could see their credit scores tank in the first quarter of the year. According to data released yesterday, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York released its latest biannual report that tracks student loan debt loads, delinquencies, and related impacts to credit scores. The latest report provides a snapshot of student loan activity after it was completely upended by the COVID-19 pandemic. The update shows an estimated 15.6% of federal loans, a new record, were likely past due at the end of last year, with more than $250 billion in delinquent debt held by 9.7 million borrowers. Right now on Wall Street, it's a bit mixed. The Dow off 4 points at 42,451. S&P 500 up 16 at 5728. The Nasdaq up 72 at 17,971. Gold up $45.20 an ounce. Oil up 19 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 92, light and variable wind becoming 5 to 10 miles out of the west this afternoon. Those winds could gust as high as 20 miles an hour. Increasing clouds tonight, a low around 62. West wind 10 to 15, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, it will start off a bit cloudy, then become sunny with a high near 83. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gust up to 30 miles an hour. And right now, downtown El Centro, 65 degrees, 46% relative humidity. Wind out of the southeast at 325 miles an hour. Air quality is good in El Centro, moderate everywhere else in the valley. So, breathe easy. That's it for a look at financial news and a brief look at the weather. Brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You realize, of course, what we've just finished here. We started at 7:30. Yeah, it's available on YouTube. Yeah, let your friends and neighbors know they can follow the Valley on our YouTube channel. That's coming up next. It is CBS News on AM 1230 KXO El Centro. CBS News brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
News on the hour, sponsored by T-Mobile. I'm Steve Kathan. A top Republican is pressing his call for an investigation into the chat snafu that put U.S. military attack plans into the hands of a journalist. CBS's Nicole Killian on Capitol Hill.
Just a short time ago, the Senate Armed Services Committee Chair Roger Wicker did send that letter along with his Democratic counterpart, Senator Jack Reed, to the Department of Defense IG, asking for an expedited review of this signal situation. Basically, in a letter, both the chair and ranking member outlined that they want to know about the facts and circumstances surrounding this signal chat.
Thousands of federal jobs are being cut today in the nation's health system, as we hear from CBS's Errol Barnett.
3,500 full-time employees from the FDA will be cut, as well as 2,400 from the CDC. The widespread cuts across health agencies amount to 10,000 full-time employees. Health and Human Services Secretary RFK Jr. says these moves are part of a large-scale effort to reshape the agencies.
Mexico said today it wants preferential treatment from the U.S. if Trump tariffs on car imports take hold as planned next week. Canada's Prime Minister called the 25% tariff a direct attack. CBS's Kelly O'Grady says it could mean a jump in auto prices before too long.
Normally, a car company, a dealership has about 60 days of inventory on the lot. So if you're thinking about buying a car already, I would add some urgency to your search right now.
Walmart says it plans to invest more than $6 billion in Mexico, despite U.S. tariff threats. A 24-year-old man from El Salvador arrested in Virginia, being described by Attorney General Pam Bondi as one of the leaders of the notorious MS-13 gang.
This guy was living in a neighborhood right around you. No longer, thanks to the great men and women of law enforcement.
Bondi did not release his name, but said he was in the country illegally. Firefighters say they're making some progress on wildfires in the southeast.
The worst of the fires are in the mountains of the Carolinas. There has been property damage, and hundreds have had to evacuate. Dustin Johnson's wife worries a wildfire will destroy family property in Pickens County, South Carolina.
She's terrified. Her family's had that property for decades. It's on the brink of, being gone. She's terrified of it.
There is a chance of badly needed rain across the parched southeast early next week. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 16 points. The S&P is up 18. The NASDAQ ahead 80. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
A trailer for the star-crossed movie Rust is just out.
Some things in this life you can't get back, I reckon.
That's Alec Baldwin, who held the gun that discharged a bullet on set, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins during rehearsal. The trailer footage shows the actor in a cowboy hat next to a campfire, playing outlaw Harland Rust. Involuntary manslaughter charges against Baldwin were dismissed. The person in charge of firearms is in prison. Under terms of a wrongful death suit, Hutchins' husband and son will receive profits from the film.
Heaven ain't waiting on neither one of us.
The movie hits theaters May 2nd. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Salman Rushdie has a collection of novellas and short stories coming out this fall. It's his first published fiction since being stabbed repeatedly and hospitalized in 2022. It'll be called The 11th Hour. It'll be out in November. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Classic case of neurotic narcissism and a first-class smarty pants.
AM 1230 KXO.